So last week we talked about six human needs and how they can impact our offers and how we can use six human needs to design our offers in the best way possible. And I talked so much, so Mohabbat didn't have a chance to talk. So now Mohabbat take over. She's gonna share. She's amazing. She not only does all of our copies and funnels and lead magnets and everything we do, but also she helps our client with the same thing. So you're in amazing hands, better hands. So like, she's definitely better.
Oh, thank you. Like Rosha, always learning from you, girl. Hi, UPW family. Super excited, stoked to be here. Last week we talked about the six human needs. So we know certainty, uncertainty, we know love and connection, significance, and we know growth and contribution. So those are the main six human needs. And when it comes to sales, this is like where we cut off the conversation last week. When it comes to sales, there is one need that, regardless of what is the dominant need within you or within your ideal clients, that need goes up, and that need is uncertainty. And it is because we are human beings. We believe that if we haven't had that thing, that course, that group, that community, this product, we have survived so far, and we're gonna survive if we don't have that thing. The fun thing, I want to call it fun. The fun thing is that our brains were designed to help us survive, not really thrive. And we gotta like be cognizant of that thing and not play into the biases. Yes, it has like helped us as a human species for thousands of years to make sure that we are safe within like places that we know. We are risk averse. We don't want to do stuff that are risky, and it has served us. It serves you every day when you get a call from somebody who calls to scam you. It serves you. So it's not that risk and like thinking like fear is bad, but actually looking at it as a tool that you'd use it in specific places in moderation. Now that we know that the main need that people have when they want to close them is uncertainty, how we can address the need of uncertainty. So we talked about uh, allowing people to have zero risk. So zero risk is the bias. For example, you are more likely to buy a subscription or go into a free trial 30 days of an application if they offer no credit card information, just come sign up, and then you probably will forget it because you didn't put in any information, and you're going to get charged another month and another month. And that is like a form of zero risk bias. So if you have a community membership, if you have a course, if you have a like group coaching program, anything like that, offering that period, or like if you have an trial, that will work fantastic. For our clients that have like classes, that have courses, we also like usually add this bit that says like, if you're not happy with this, 30 days, no questions asked, you can ask for your money back. So a money back guarantee, these are basically the same thing. A money back guarantee, a trial, these are basically things that would allow people that say, this is basically risk free. I'm not like, I don't really have skin in the game. Meanwhile, they do. The reality of the fact is that when you offer these to people, it is more often than not that they do not take advantage of it.
So last week we talked about selling to the need of significance when we want to have higher premium pricing or luxury goods and these type of things. We are selling significance and selling certainty to lower certain. If you are selling certainty, you're doing less expensive stuff, right? But what Mohabbat is saying is that it doesn't matter what need you're closing to, when you're closing, their need for uncertainty is higher than normal because they're listening to you, they're hearing something new, and they want to basically buy something new. And that comes with a lot of questions in their mind and a lot of uncertainty. So we need to make sure we're bringing their uncertainty down. Otherwise, normally, if they already had a lot of uncertainty in their life, or maybe even that day, a lot of uncertainty in that day, they have a higher chance of saying no to you because they want to feel certain, not because something is wrong with you. It's just because they want to feel certain. That's why they're going to say no. So there are ways that we can add certainty at the moment of sale to make it as certain as possible for them to say yes to close instead of panicking and saying no to get certainty. So this is not about what need you're selling, the need for significance or certainty. This is about at the moment of sale, you want to give them as much certainty as possible. And one of them is money back guarantee or free trials, 1 week, 30 days, things like that.
One thing I really need to touch on, and because like we do a lot of sales sessions with people in cafe society, is that like when you wanna like we are all humans, and we just like we are all very able and fun to hang out with each other, and like we can have lovely empathic conversations with each other. But as soon as like the conversation kind of changes to sales, you see even the loveliest people, they use the weirdest language to like start having the same conversation with you, which is like really baffling. And it like all comes down to how you see your offer, how you look at your offer. So the uncertainty that like is there is part of it. You, the seller, the person who sells that thing, is also kind of like projecting. I want to give you guys an example. I like everybody who's in cafe society, I've talked about this so many times. Everybody is, I know that they know it by heart, but it's a YouTube video, guys. There's this guy going onto the streets of New York and again handing on gold bars. The gold bars is in a satchel. Nobody can see them, but he goes and said, "Do you want a gold bar? Do you want a gold bar? Do you want a gold bar?" A lot of people would say, "Oh no, thank you. I don't want, please don't bother us." And a lot of people just like listen to him for a little bit. They ask, "What's the catch?" He says, "Really not, there's no catch. I want to give you like a gold bar." And out of like thousands of people that he approaches, I think 4 or 5 people actually say yes and they get the gold bar. And like I was like basically watching this video in the background. I was while I was working, and at the end of it was the cutest marketing message out there. He said, all the while that I was getting the no's from these people, it did not did not discourage me, because I was so confident. I was so like certain in my offer that the value of the gold bar didn't decrease when people told me no. So whatever you're selling, whatever your offer is, whatever you're basically putting in your funnel, you gotta be as confident in it as it is a gold bar. Otherwise, you'll project that uncertainty to the person that you want to do sales to. How how do you expect them to be certain about what you're selling if you carry uncertainties? You need to be absolutely certain about what you deliver and about the values. And if you feel like not confident, if you feel like I'm not sure about my prices, I'm not sure if I'm the best out there, just keep adding more value on top of each other. So we call this one value stack. And in value stack, we just like teach our clients how to add one little offer on top of the other one and one little thing on top of the other one until they build something that they feel confident on it. They feel so confident that they don't have any issue talking about their pricing, and they don't be offended. They will not be offended when somebody tells them no, because like it's literally a gold bar. The gold standard is, guys, if somebody tells no to you and doesn't take your offer, you gotta kind of like to yourself say, ah, what a dummy. Like they didn't do it. Ah, what a missed opportunity. Oh my God. Like not everybody is cut out to be smart. You gotta feel like that in your soul. I promise you. I promise you that's it. Because like it's all about being human and like having empathy and have that like feeling about my offer is so good, because you're there, you're gonna deliver what you want to deliver. And let's look at this. there's a person, let's say, in your case, Marissa, there's a person who wants a website. Look, like, let's take Marissa, for example. There's a person who wants a website. If there's a person here that does a website and doesn't do sales on it, Marissa, regardless, wants a website. Marissa will go and get the website from somebody who will sell a website. Marissa can't smell it on air that you do a website unless you tell Marissa. So because like you need to talk about your business, she then, like, becomes aware of your services. But if you don't do sales, maybe another person will. You know you have all the best of intentions, and you will go above and beyond to deliver to Marissa. How do you know the other person that Marissa ends up paying to? Well, it is your duty. It is your duty as somebody who has a business to sell. If you have certainty in your offer, if you have certainty in the competence of you, your team, how would they deliver, it is 100% your duty to do this. Like, you guys were in UPW, so I know Dean says this, sales is a service. It is. And not selling is a disservice. If you're doing a great job and you don't talk about it, it is the saddest thing out there. Don't do this. You're basically depriving good people who want your services of your brilliance, of your work ethics, of your commitments. So, mainly that, doing a 180, going back to the needs. The main things that you gotta deal with when doing sales and, like, when looking at your offer again, is bringing down the need of uncertainty both in you and the person that you're selling to. The part that has to do with you, you need to work on it, and it's not gonna happen overnight. If you, like, add so many different things to your offer that you feel like, oh, it's so valuable, if you don't practice, you won't gain that confidence. So it's not gonna happen overnight. There's not a USB flash that I can insert and then you can, like, suddenly become confident in doing sales. It's not going to happen like that unless you try and you go out there and make those calls and talk to people and get leads. That thing wouldn't happen. So it has a rhythm. But again, when it's on that side of talking to your ideal clients, when they want to do sales, address those human needs. Which one of them is certainty? Help them with empathy to feel certain about the thing that you're offering them. If you're what you're offering them is a coaching service, and, like, you have, let's say, like, a 30-minute strategy call, in that strategy call, show, like, literally step by step what they're gonna get. Show them, like, what are the contingency plans. Show them testimonials, another thing that brings down uncertainty. Show them testimonials, show them Google reviews. So Marissa now has a website. Now she can, like, have Google reviews. She can have Yelp reviews connected to it. Like, people can see the stars and they're gonna look at it and say, "Oh, I feel great. Other people have done this thing and they have gained the results that they were looking for." So it's important to show them successful examples, other people's, and don't be vague. And God, like, I know nobody here is in that, like, headspace, but I've seen people who would make up statistics, make up, like, stuff. No, it's all about being truthful. It's all about showing the thing that you actually want to deliver. And again, people are, like, very human. If there's something that you want to do and it's going to be the first time for that client, tell them, because you're you, I'm going to go above and beyond for you. This is not normally what I do, but I am willing to do this extra step for you. Give them, like, that human connection. Bringing down uncertainty is on the same page with also being like an empathic person, like having uh, respect for the other person, receiving respect from the other person, and again, like, having a normal human conversation. It doesn't have to be this, like, big hoopla and these are the features that you will get and 25 sessions of 40 minutes of blah blah. No, nobody will listen to that. Be clear and show them these are the places that you are worried about. And one thing, and I'm gonna go 1 minute over time, guys. Just letting you know. One thing that I personally am working on is that allow the prospect to talk. So sometimes you can feel like the person coming in has some kind of uncertainties, but you can't pinpoint what are the uncertainties. Like, note to self, you need to just stop talking, allow them to talk. They usually will tell you what is it that they're uncertain about, and then you can exactly address that one.
In order to sell, you need to have certainty about your offer. If you don't have certainty about your offer, you need to do two things. First, ask yourself, is it a limiting belief? Am I being uncertain because I'm questioning, myself of being good enough, and am I able to deliver what I'm saying, and these type of things? If it's coming from a limiting belief, what do you do to change your belief? You're questioning it. Question it and see if it's right. And question it until you gain so much certainty on it. But if it's not a limiting belief and you're like, no, I know that there are better offers out there, then you need to do the second thing, which is add more value than anybody else can. You need to add more value through your offer to your clients, to your ideal clients, to make sure that you are the best, because this is the key to create raving fans. So add more value in your offer to your ideal client. That's it.